Students, we are looking at the flow of documents. This is covered under Syllabus Section 11 of the Office Administration Syllabus and Syllabus Section 10 of the Office Administration Syllabus for CSEC exams. We are looking at it from the seller's perspective for the purpose of this tutorial. So we are examining the flow of sales documents from the Sales, Marketing and Customer Service Office. If we look at the diagram, we are going to see that the seller issues a price quotation. This price quotation is based upon the buyer's inquiry with regard to the seller's product or service. The seller would then make available the price quotation after the buyer has requested information on the products that they are interested in buying. Now, the buyer may have seen these products on a website or from a catalog or from advertisements in the newspaper, etc. The buyer then makes a decision to buy. When that decision is made, the buyer issues a purchase order. The order is received by the seller and the seller provides the goods or services to the buyer. The goods or services, when supplied, are accompanied by a delivery note. The delivery note is a copy of the invoice, one of the copies of the invoice. Upon receipt of the good or the service, the seller will check this delivery note and or the invoice if it is sent along with the delivery note to ensure that the services or goods supplied are actually what they have received and that there are no returns or that there are no excesses. If there are any returns, the buyer issues a debit note to the seller requesting a reduction in the amount of the invoice. If there is an increase or an excess of goods supplied, that also is corrected by either a debit note, which corrects an undercharge, or a credit note, which corrects an overcharge on the seller's invoice. Upon the time that a decision has been made or an agreement has been reached, the seller requests payment for the order or the goods supplied. These payments may be made by the buyer in the form of a check and then the seller issues a receipt. Between the time that the seller issues the request for payment and the buyer issues a receipt, depending upon the terms of the agreement on the invoice, a statement of account may be sent to the buyer indicating the amount of money which is owing or the balance owing on his or her purchase. Okay, so remember we are looking at this from the seller's point of view. So pay close attention to the documents that move between the seller and the buyer in any sales transaction.